Oh, there we go.
Well, that was simple enough.
Okay, you're supposed to... There's a shark there, too. Okay, what you're supposed to do is jump off the ship and then land up on this screen and get onto the beach. So, but now we're on the beach. But I just rubbed the stone and got here anyway. By the way, just so you know how much of a nerd I was when I was little, I have a drawing in 2nd grade of this very screen, like, made out of crayons. It was my own doodle. I can't put it on the stream because it's at my parents' house in a box somewhere. But it's this very screen.
Still's got it.
And it even has the cursor at the bottom, and typed out on the cursor is Rub Stone. Because I'm a stickler for details.
That is
my
really
little
nerdy.
8-year-old self. Anyway.
And on the back of the drawing is a maze.
Probably. That's what I did. Alright, so the mouse said 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dig. There it is. You can cover a small chest. Remove it from the hole and open it. Inside you find precious gems and ingots of gold and silver. That gives you a good 7 points, which is a lot of points for just doing one thing in this game. Alright, so now here comes what the graphics I like in this game. Not so much this screen, although it's kind of cool. This, remember the swirly path in Black Cauldron? That when you're going up that mountain and then across the weird moat?
Yes.
Well, that was the spiritual ancestor of, I guess I'm not doing beach anymore, Alpine Steakhouse.
What the?
You'll see in a minute. This is kind of the successor to that, where there's a large chunk of the game where you're just navigating paths up the mountain. But the view's really nice. See? Look at that.
Ooh. Ah.
It's pretty nice looking. So, but you just have to make sure you don't fall off the edge. Like, I really like the mountains in the background of the forest, because we live kind of in a mountainous area, and by kind of I mean really in the middle of Utah. So yes, a definite mountainous area. And when we go up into the actual mountains, it basically looks like this.
And by coincidence, I grew up in Montana, which looks a lot like that too.
Yeah. So it's like whenever I go up into the mountains, and this is true. When I was like littler, I would be like, "Wow, this looks just like King's Quest 3." Would be little Jeff's statements whenever we went for family drives up in the mountains.
You were the smartest little chatterbox I ever ran into.
Thanks, neighbor. My neighbor said that to him. It was a long story I'm not going to get into.
The brightest little chatterbox I ever ran into.
Yeah, it was very cute. Okay, so we climb up this waterfall, and here we are in the snow. But somewhere in the snow, there's like a Yeti. Oh, it's the abominable snowman!
Throw pie at him!
No! Quick. Oh, nope. Did he turn me into a basketball, or is that just the Orat? The terrible hairy creature grabs you with his bone-crushing force. You resist, but it is no use.
Hope he swallows you whole.
Uh-oh, he's taken me back to his cave. He's going to stick me in the ceiling, and I have to use the force to get my lightsaber back.
And then, 20 years later, they'll have the scene where you cut off his arm.
Oh! Wait, what? What is that a reference to?
The special edition.
Oh,
where they put it in.
Special edition of King's Quest 3. Here's what you're supposed to do. I don't know actually what you're supposed to get past this guy, because I think there's several ways to do it. But the way I do it is I just turn into an eagle for a minute.
I like that stream. That also reminds me of being up in the mountains.
Yep.
Although I was usually not thinking of King's Quest 3.
Well, then you led a sadly deficient childhood. Because King's Quest 3...
we went up to pick huckleberries.
Huckleberries? I went to pick huckleberries. What are you, Tom Sawyer?
No, I'm a guy from Montana.
Oh no,
there's tons of huckleberries.
So there's the abominable snowman. He looks like he's wearing glasses.
He looks like a copy of the Bumble from the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, a little bit. Sure, we'll go with it. He's also got lipstick on, so that's nice.
He's just got a big mouth.
He's confused by the fact that there's an eagle in the mountains and stares in amazement. Wow, an eagle! That's pretty cool. Well, off he goes back to his cave.
Oh, I wanted to look at him more.
Well, too bad.
Now I'll just draw him from memory.
Alright, well, I can't turn into an eagle or fly anymore.
Why's that? Was that your
Because
last one?
I ran out of my essence. Ooh, I like that lake, too. I'm sorry, I just want to look at this lake. It's really nice. I could go on a vacation there. And if you'll notice, here's something interesting. You see that mountain right there? Not only is that like the mountain in Yosemite, not Yosemite, it's the Sierra logo mountain that I forget what the actual name of the mountain is. But it's right there.
Mount
They use
McKinley?
it for the Sierra logo. Not Mount McKinley.
Why not?
It's in Yosemite. I forget what the mountain's called. Somebody look it up.
In Yosemite, one of the Grand Tetons?
No, not Yosemite. Whatever. It's by Sierra. Look,
I
it's
guess
the
that would
Sierra
be-
logo. Somebody tell me what it is later.
Sierra Nevada?
No, shut up. Now, all right. So here's the climbing section. I congratulate myself on eluding a snowman.
Being lewd with a snowman. Hey, that's a cool cave design.
Yeah, it's this screen's kind of. It's like another arcade game.
Boy, these caves are black.
Oh, these caves are dark. I'm gonna fall off the Gwydion pile.
What?
I don't know what I'm saying. But
I agree
unlike
with
the
that.
Black Cauldron, which if you went up against an edge, you would just stop. And this one, if you go up against an edge, you stop as well. But if you go up against an edge that's inward, then you just die. So let's not do that. It's not as bad as that stupid beanstalk, but it's still kind of annoying. Also, you don't stop when you get off. It just keeps on walking.
Ah, the good old beanstalk.
Mm-hmm.
How little we knew thee.
Luckily, I don't have to put a gem in my mouth to get through these caves.
What?
Like in Space Quest.
Oh, right. Didn't that help you get past the lasers or something?
No, it helped me get through the caves.
How so? I forgot.
There was a glowing gem, and then I was crawling around those ladders for like 10 minutes, and I thought I was going to die, but I didn't.
I don't know. I was drawing things.
You don't pay attention to any of these games.
I've paid attention to parts.
Look,
I drew entire sections of Space Quest.
That's true. So here's another beautiful alpine scene. It's too bad there's nothing like this in King's Quest 1. Or was there? I mean, no, there wasn't. But
No.
no, there wasn't.
You were never up in the mountains.
Is there anything like this in King's Quest 1? This particular scene? Because it looks pretty nice, too.
In King's Quest 1?
Yeah. I don't think there was.
No.
But...
Closest thing to getting in the mountains was you...
Oh, whoops, I slipped. And here's some rubble. Was there anything like this in King's Quest 1?
Yes, that was the ladder to go up to the island up in the sky, which had the giant.
Correct. And over here is the well. It's now filled with
Yay.
rocks. And wait, hold on, guys. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Wait, did you write dork as a
Yes.
last save?
Yes. Been waiting for it. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? It's your favorite castle!
Yay!
But it's run down a little bit.
Oh.
And here, rocking in front of his house, playing the Smurfs theme, is our favorite gnome, Iffenkogengrogenperm! He's back! I'm excited.
He's excited, folks.
Talk to Iffenkogengrogenperm. Oh, it didn't recognize it! Yeah, and I even spelled it correctly. Fine, I'll talk to gnome. Idiot. Oh, you speak directly to Iffenkogengrogenperm. He chuckles softly to himself and replies, "It's about time you got here, lad. I mean, Prince Alexander. Welcome home. Heaven knows we need you. Daventry has been suffering for years now, since that despicable dragon came."
Rumble, rumble.
Yeah, Iffenkogengrogenperm. The old gnome narrows his eyes to slits and leans forward in his chair. "That monster demanded the sacrifice of your poor sister, Princess Rosetta, and I'm afraid time is running out. Your parents, the king and queen, are suffering such grief that they've locked themselves in yon castle and refuse to see anyone."
I think he means yonder.
Oh, staring intently. That yonder square castle over there. Staring intently at you, the gnome goes on. "It's up to you, Alexander. Your country and family need you. It's written in the wind." The wizened gnome relaxes and settles back in his chair and begins whistling the Smurfs theme
It's
again.
pronounced wizened.
No, but this is the river that used to be around where that hole is with the leprechauns and the mushroom. So that really is the same scene with our favorite square castle. And see, And
It's our favorite
now we
square
get close
castle
to it.
that we always like
Yeah,
to see.
the moat's dried up. The flags are all dead, and it's just really.
It's more of a rectangular.
Is there a scene like this in King's Quest 1?
Shut up.
Anyway, so and the doors won't open.
No, but there's a scene like that in Space Quest 1.
They're bolted shut. Because that's what the rulers of a kingdom do when things are going bad. They just bolt themselves inside. Look
Guess
at
I
that.
ought to keep those jerk.
See, look at the art
subjects.
design on this screen. That great tree over there. I mean, it's just like the Alpine Mountains with that tree and those
Listen,
random shapes.
man. I didn't say I liked anything else from King's Quest 1. Just that
This is
castle.
that one tree and the well, which is not even in the same place it was in King's Quest 1. I mean, come on, guys. Canon, people.
Maybe they moved it. This isn't in the same place either.
No, it's not. It's all kind of screwed
Either.
up. But now I've got a magic map to look at. See? There's the castle. Here's the gnome's house, and the well, and our little thing that we're at right here. That's all I've filled in yet.
That's really
And I almost fall and die. So let's not fall and die. Instead, let's diagonal it up these stairs. Get our stuff stolen by a dwarf.
That's in the first game.
Oh, I forget.
I don't think you do.
Oh, I missed. Okay, so now here we are at the top. This is literally the exact same room copied and pasted from King's Quest 1, which is why the graphics suddenly suck a little more. However, it's strangely hot up here.
Ooh. But
So-
you run into something interesting.
Yes. So here's the deal up here. Now, if we go over here, there's a giant three-headed dragon. Huge fire-breathing dragon is here, and it has seen you! Hypnotized by its baleful glare, you stand frozen in your tracks. What a way to go, ending up as a dragon's barbecue. And then it just melts you, and then you're dead. So there's that. Why don't you draw that thing?
I'm thinking about it.
Alright. Rosella seems a little screamy at the moment. Either that or she has one eyeball in the middle of her head.
Your sister's a Cyclops.
So, here's the thing. So we've made all of our spells. We've used the sleeping spell. We've used the rubbing stone spell for no good reason. The Doaniers let us talk to people. The only spells we haven't used are the invisibility ointment and the storm brew. Now, the invisibility ointment has a stupid stipulation that only makes sense if you think like an adventure game creator and not like a person. Because they're not people, apparently. Because it says you can only use the invisibility ointment in a place where there is fire and mist. Which seems to be a very specific, place you can use it. But of course, here there is fire and mist, so you can use the invisibility ointment. The invisibility ointment, because clouds and dragon. Now I'm invisible-ish. And if you use that storm brew anywhere, and I was going to show this off, but I didn't actually show it off. Then you can start a storm everywhere, but you're just like standing in the storm clouds, and it's just boring, and then it wears off eventually. And then you say, "Brew of storms, churn it up." Hup, hup. That's literally the magic words. Churn it up, yo.
Turned all black and white film on us.
Well, it's a storm happened. Bolts of lightning is striking the huge dragon, and now he's dead. Honk. But he still has a shadow in the background, because that makes sense. Oh, stop your screaming, Rosella. We kill the dragon.
Well, she didn't see it. She's like, turn the other direction.
Yeah. Well, she didn't see the lightning?
No, she's turned the other direction.
She's peripheral vision. Come on.
She can't see. Look at all that hair.
Hair limits your peripheral vision, I guess. Let's talk to her. Help me, untie me! Oh. It didn't even give me a what's an O. It just didn't do anything. Alright. Untie. Rapidly untie her. You don't have to do it rapidly. She looks bewildered as to who her benefactor may be. I'm your lost brother, Prince Alexander! You proudly exclaim. That's my proud voice. The girl looks doubtful. I'll explain it all later, you continue, realizing now is not the time for this. Just
You look
follow
more
me.
like an idiot.
Let's go meet the folks! With mixed emotions, the girl agrees to follow you.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, look, she looks like her mother.
Oh, I
Except
see.
she still gets stuck on the dragon, though.
Man, that girl is stuck on that dragon.
Can I talk to her now? Bashfully, you introduce yourself to your long-lost sister. How can I be sure you're really my brother? Princess Rosella wonders. I know. My mother always said that Alexander had a cute birthmark on his bottom. Let me see if you have it. This is literally what this is saying. Embarrassed, you reveal your cute birthmark. What? Oh, Alexander, she cries. You really are back. Mom and Dad will be so happy. And apparently, I'm now a giggling fop.
A giggling fop?
That's what happens when Alexander moons his own sister. You turn into a giggling fop.
Well, you are that thing.
That is the thing I am. Let's go down these stairs.
He's like, I totally wish you weren't my sister. That's what he's saying right now.
No. Alexander will mysteriously fall in love with a girl that he's met for 5 seconds later in this series. Not quite yet. Also, Rosella seems to have an issue navigating those stairs.
Well,
You know what would be funny? Is if Rosella... Because you can fall off these stairs to your death, right? Like, that would be a horrible way to end this game. Watch out for that first step. It's a dilly. It would be funny if poor Rosella... end up falling down off the stairs and to her death. And you're just like, oh, well, I'm sure, hope our folks will be happy to see me. Because, King's Quest 4 is not going to happen now because Rosella's died.
You only need one heir to the throne. I thought eliminating my sister would
Give
help
me
my
advantage.
chances.
All right, what do you have to say, If and Cog and Grog Perm?
I hate you all, bye.
I mean, yippee! You did it, Your Majesty. The gnome squeals in delight. I knew you could see was so... Sorry, that was the squealing. King Graham and Queen Valenice will be overjoyed to see you too. He claps his gnarled hands. I like the word gnarled. I think we should use it more. Use it!
Jeffrey, with his gnarled hands, continues playing this game.
Excellent. And kind of depressing. I must run ahead to announce your arrival. The gnome spryly scampers toward the gnome spryly scampers toward the castle. Why can I not read?
Well, you see, some kids are special.
Hold on. I'm not even going to go to the castle. I'm just going to sit in the chair. How can you do that with my butt? What's a butt?
It's a paladin.
Never mind. All right, let's just finish this game. Let's just go to this worn-down old square castle. Castle doors are wide open to welcome home a long missing son and a much-loved daughter, and some much-needed fresh air. It smells like king farts. Atop the castle... You heard me. Atop the castle, the banners proudly wave, and by banners we mean one banner, tattered and not really waving. The heavy feeling of oppression is gone. Hope has at last returned to Daventry. There's a dead Roger Wilco in that moat.
Is there?
No. But, I mean, there might be.
Oh.
Alright, here we go. You nervously enter the throne room with your sister, Princess Rosella. Doo-doo. Before the twin thrones stand your parents, King Graham and Queen Valenice. And if you'll notice, the queen there, still terribly ugly. She's got, like, half of her face is teeth. Actually, that might be her neck, actually. Graham and Valenice are overjoyed to see you. Alexander, where have you been all these years? Oh, that's the mother. Oops. I thought that was Graham.
No, unfortunately, that is the mother.
Oh, had your father. I'm so proud of both of you.
It's not a mouse!
Look, they're making out. I mean, hugging. Let's hug you too. Oh, hug, 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 hug. What a joyous family reunion. You are home at last. You wonder why your father has jaundice, because he's the only yellow character in the whole game.
He's Bruce Lee.
No! How can your face be the same color as Rosella's hair? King King Graham, or is Graham not actually their father? King Graham points to the mirror. That was once a magic mirror, son, he says sadly.
Help me find my beautiful
Help
bride.
me find my beautiful bride. It was beautiful. But it's been clouded ever since the night you disappeared from your cradle. Idiot. And wait for it. Kaboom! Now it can lazily start plots in the future again. That's what it's meant to do. Before your astonished eyes, the magic mirror clears and shines anew with brilliant clarity. Queen Valenice cries in delight. The terrible dragon is dead. All children are home, and the future looks bright for us all. Ding. King Graham lovingly retrieves his adventurer's hat with the red feather. You know the one. With emotion, he tells you. What emotion? Alexander, Rosella, this old hat and I have been through a lot together. Now it's time he had a new traveling companion. He flings it in your direction. Are you ready for the end of the game? Be looking at this. Here we go.
I'm looking.
Fling! Up and up it gently arcs. You raise your arms to catch it, and so does Princess Rosella. Down it comes, nearer and nearer. The end.
You obviously have to catch it. Hats aren't for girls.
The end.
Bonnets are for girls.
Oh.
And possibly crowns.
Congratulations on your successful completion of King's Quest 3. We hope you've enjoyed it, playing it, blah blah, whatever. May the adventure continue with King's Quest 4. May it? Here's the thing, we're frozen in time, supposedly. But the mirror is still glinting.
The mirror is magical and transcends
Oh.
linear time.
Well, I guess. It's got more ugly maidens to show off. Also, Alexander's face seems to have blended into his sister's arm.
Well, you know.
So, King's Quest 3, final thoughts?
For me,
Yeah.
I liked it! It had good alpine scenes.
It did have good alpine
And
scenes.
half of the game was being on a pirate ship doing nothing.
And the other half was standing in a spell book, typing in spells.
That's true.
So,
So most of this game was nothing.
but here's the thing. This game is still fondly remembered. Even with the pirate ship being kind of stupid, and the spelling, of course, is just kind of tedious. But the art style's good enough, and the story, I think, is good enough. Because it's not just, here's a quest, now go do it. It's like, you've kind of got to figure it out, and there's a mystery to it. Of course, we knew from the beginning, because I played this game since I was 6 or 8 or whatever.
But the first time you played
But the first time I played it, there was actually a controversy. Like, people wrote in, like magazine reviews at the time and stuff, how this game had nothing to do with the rest of the King's Quest series, and, like, people were angry because they're like, where's King Graham? Where's Daventry? What's going on? And Sierra was all just like, well, just wait and play. Anyway, that's King's Quest 3. It's pretty cool. And now we shall stop it with Alt-Z.
Yay! We've altered the Z.
The end of that.